We ate your anniversary cake, my sister texted, with a video of them laughing. It was custom. $890 for my 10th anniversary. Tomorrow. I replied, "Enjoy!" Called the baker. "Make it again. $2,000 if you deliver by noon." She did. When my sister saw the new cake on Instagram, "We ate your anniversary cake," my sister texted. There was a video attached. I was in the dressing room at the arena, still half in costume, chalk dust on my hands, when the Wi-Fi finally kicked in and the family group chat blew up. My daughter, Noah, was sitting on the floor in front of me with her sketchbook, drawing the cake she'd helped design. It was supposed to be for tomorrow, our 10th anniversary. Custom, 3 tiers, hand-painted constellations, little silhouettes of acrobats swinging across the sides. The topper was a tiny family on a trapeze, me, my husband, and Noah, $890. I'd winced when I put down the deposit, but it felt important. 10 years of not a real job jokes, of tours and long stretches apart, and finally getting to celebrate at home. I tapped the video. My sister was in my parents' kitchen, phone tilted just enough to catch everyone behind her. My parents, her husband, her boys, all of them around my cake on the counter. Except it wasn't a cake anymore. The side was smashed in. Frosting smeared across my nephew's cheeks. Someone had stuck one of the little edible acrobat silhouettes upside down, like it had crashed. My mom was laughing. My dad lifted his beer toward the camera and said, "Thanks for dessert, Sammy boy. Guess the circus pays well, huh?" My sister flipped the camera to herself and sang, "We ate your anniversary cake," dragging the word out like a taunt. Then she leaned close and added, "Don't be mad. You can afford another one." Off to the side, I saw my cake topper on a paper plate. The tiny sugar version of Noah had been decapitated. One of the boys was using the little sugar me to sword fight with a fork. Noah saw it at the same time. Her pencil stopped. Her face didn't crumple. It just emptied, like someone shut off a light inside her. They started without us?" she asked. My throat went tight. My hands started shaking so hard I got chalk on the screen. Another text flashed in. "Sis, don't freak out. The boys were hungry. Just order another. Use that circus money." I wanted to scream, to throw my phone, to sprint out into the arena and hurl myself at something much higher and more dangerous than the rig. Instead, I took a breath. I typed back one word, "Enjoy." Then, I put my phone down before they could see my hands shake. I'm Sam, 34. I live in Tampa when I'm not on the road. I'm an acrobat with a touring circus, aerial straps, some silks, a little trapeze when my shoulder behaves. I'm married to Eli, who does rigging and safety. We have one kid, Noah. She's 8, quiet, draws constantly, terrified of heights but loves watching from the front row. My family thinks my job is a phase I forgot to outgrow. My parents still introduce me as the one who ran away with the circus like it's a punchline, not a career that pays their electric bill half the year. It started small. 20 here, 50 there. Gas money when my dad's truck acted up. A couple hundred when my sister Lena forgot her student loan payment. Then I landed my first big contract with the circus at 27, and the numbers changed. Just until we get through the winter, my mom had said the first time she asked for help with the mortgage. I set up a $400 monthly transfer. Just until the salon starts turning a profit, Lena said when she opened her little strip mall lash bar. I co-signed a small business card and paid off the first few big balances to help her build credit. "Just this once," my dad said when he wanted to take the whole family to Disney for my mom's 60th and came up $1,500 short. I put it on my card and told Eli we'd tighten our belts on tour. I paid for their phones, their internet, their property taxes twice when the paperwork got confusing. Meanwhile, Noah was the afterthought. When I brought her to Sunday dinners, she got the wobbly folding chair while the cousins got the good dining chairs. At Christmas, she got one present from the dollar store while my sister's boys unwrapped drones and game consoles I'd helped pay for. "She's gotta learn life's not equal," my mom would say when I stared too long. They called her our little carny when they thought it was cute, and circus kid when they were annoyed. The worst was the photos. My parents had a wall of grandkid pictures, school photos, Santa photos, professional portraits. Noah was in exactly one. She was 4, wedged into the corner of a group shot at the beach, half cut off by the frame. I saw it the first time and told myself it was an accident, that they just hadn't printed newer photos yet, that the next time I sent prints, they'd put them up. They didn't. But I kept showing up, kept sending money, kept telling myself they were old-fashioned, that they just didn't understand adoption, touring, our weird patched-together family life. They'd come around. I thought the anniversary party would help. The 10th anniversary had become a thing my parents latched onto. 10 years on the road, and you still haven't fallen, my dad joked when I told them. Maybe it's time to celebrate like normal people. Normal people apparently meant a backyard party at their house, catered food I paid for, and a guest list twice as long as I'd planned. It'll be beautiful, my mom said. We'll host. You just cover the food and the cake. You always like putting on a show. The cake was supposed to be my non-circus show. Something normal and Pinteresty. No fire hoops, no aerial rigs, just cake. Noah helped me design it. She'd sat at our tiny kitchen table, legs swinging, drawing little stick figure acrobats around a tiered cake. Can we put all of us on top? She asked, so it looks like we're together even when you have to travel. I almost cried when the baker said she could make sugar figurines that looked just like us. $890, she said. But we can do it. I also booked the food, the tables, the rentals. The total on my card for this family party was pushing $5,000 by the week of. My mom kept saying, "Don't worry, honey. You're a professional now. You can handle it." The cake was too big to fit in our fridge, so I let Luna pick it up that morning and take it to my parents. "We'll keep it safe," she promised. Boys know not to touch it. I should have known. They'd been punishing me for months, ever since I'd said no to the condo. My parents wanted to buy a little waterfront place for retirement and for the grandkids to use. Translation, for Lena's boys to run wild while Noah was invited when there was room. They had a down payment, but the bank wanted another $10,000 to approve the loan. I looked at our savings, at the braces Noah would need soon, at the repairs on our own leaky roof. "I can't," I told them. "Not this time. We're still catching up from tour cancellations." My mom went cold on the phone. Right, the circus comes first. After that, the small cuts sharpened. Noah doesn't need expensive gifts. She's used to hand-me-downs, my sister joked. My dad reminded me, "We raised you on nothing. You turned out fine." Kids don't need all that. They still texted when the power bill was high. They still sent just checking messages the week their car payment was due. And I still paid. Until the cake. Back in the dressing room, my hands shaking, I forced myself not to call. Lena sent another message. "SIS. Seriously, Sam, don't be dramatic. We're all here, you're at your little show. Cake would have been stale by tomorrow anyway." My mother chimed in. "Mom, we'll pick up a sheet cake in the morning. The important thing is family." Noah's eyes filled slowly. She bit her lip hard the way she does when she's trying not to cry. I drew that one," she whispered. "I told the baker where to put us." She stared down at her own drawing again. The little sugar Noah on the video had been in pieces. Her hand shook. "Did I do something wrong?" she asked. "Is that why they ate it? 'Cause we're always late." I swear, I felt something behind my ribs snap. "We didn't do anything wrong," I said. They did. My phone buzzed again. My dad this time. "Dad, don't tell me you're gonna cancel tomorrow over a cake. Don't be ungrateful. We're hosting you, remember? Ungrateful." I looked around at the chipped lockers, the tangled costumes, the taped-up ankles, the life they always treated like a joke, the life that paid for their AC and their Disney and their groceries when my dad missed shifts. I opened my banking app. The circus had just deposited our latest paycheck. The cake money was there. So was the money for my parents' mortgage. The auto payment was set to go out in 2 days. I stared at the numbers until my hands stopped shaking. "Stay with Tasha," I told Noah, nodding toward the other acrobat tying her hair up in the mirror. "I need to make 2 phone calls." "It's Sam Ramos," I said, trying to keep my voice even. "You made a custom anniversary cake for me for tomorrow?" "We did," the baker said. "It was picked up this morning. Everything okay?" I thought about the video, the smashed sugar figurines, my kid's face. "It was destroyed," I said, "by my family. I know this is a long shot, but if I paid double, no, More than double. Could you make it again and deliver it to my house by noon tomorrow instead of my parents'? Same design, same top, everything. She was quiet for a long moment. That cake took us 3 days, she said finally. I'd have to pull my whole team. I'll pay for it, I said. $2,000 if you can do it. Another pause. Then, text me your address and send the extra payment now. I'll see what I can move. I sent the transfer before we even hung up, fingers moving faster than my brain. Then I made the second call. This one was to the bank. Hi, I said when the rep answered. I'm the primary on a credit card that has 2 authorized users. I need to remove them and close the account to new charges. Immediately. I'd opened that card 3 years earlier. My parents had 1 extra card. Lena had another. Emergencies only, we'd agreed. But emergency had somehow expanded to include takeout, salon supplies, and my dad's impulsive golf clubs. The balance was a little over $5,000, all of it under my name. I'd been chipping away at it, sending extra from each tour. I can help with that, the rep said. But just so you know, once I remove the authorized users and lock the card, they won't be able to use it again. That's the point, I said. I'll keep paying the balance. I just don't want any more charges. She verified my info, read me the legal script. Okay, she said finally. You're all set. The card is locked. Authorized users removed. No further charges can be made. You'll still see the existing balance on your account. An email popped up a second later. Confirmation, card locked. Authorized users removed. I stared at it until the words blurred. I didn't text my parents. I didn't threaten. I didn't warn. I just walked back into the dressing room, sat behind Noah, and started braiding her hair for the show. The fallout started before I was even off the rig that night. My watch buzzed as I was 20 feet up, hanging from one wrist, pretending nothing in my life existed, except the music and the bar in my hand. As soon as we finished and I hit the mat, the stage manager tossed me a towel and said, "Your phone's been blowing up, Ramos. Everything okay?" I checked the screen. 31 missed messages. Mom, your card isn't going through for the food order. Did you hit a limit? Dad, call me. Sis, why is the family card declining at Publix? I have a cart full of stuff. Mom, Sammy, the caterer, says the deposit bounced. What is going on? My thumb hovered over the thread. Another text came in. Dad, is this about the cake? Don't be ridiculous. Turn the card back on. Beside me, Noah was still in her little sparkle jacket, cheeks flushed from watching. She bounced on her toes, grinning up at me. Did you see me when you did the spin? She asked. I waved at you. I saw, I said. You looked like a star. On the drive home, the messages turned nastier. Sis, you're seriously sabotaging Mom's party over a dessert? I can't get the cake out of the fridge now. It's half gone. Mom, this is petty. You know we count on that card. We already invited everyone. You're putting us in a terrible position. Dad, you owe us this? After everything we've done for you. Everything they'd done. The free babysitting they love to brag about. The sleeping on their couch when tour dates fell through. The guilt trips. Eli glanced at me from the driver's seat. You finally did it, didn't you? He asked quietly. Did what? Stopped paying to be insulted, he said. I laughed, but it came out more like a sob. Maybe, I said. We'll see what they call it. They didn't wait long. By 10 p.m., we were home, Noah in the bath, bubbles up to her chin. My parents' car pulled into our complex like they owned the place. We could see them through the blinds, marching up the path. They really came here, Eli muttered. They really came here, Eli muttered. He opened the door before they could start pounding. My mom breezed past him without waiting to be invited, her lipstick slightly smudged, hair done up like she was still hosting 50 people tomorrow. My dad followed, jaw tight, Lena right behind him in her leggings and oversized hoodie, still holding a half-empty grocery bag. What is this? My dad demanded, waving his phone. The card's dead. The caterer wants cash. The rental place says there's no payment on file. You're ruining your own party. You ate my cake, I said. He blinked. You're really mad about cake? She stepped out in her towel, hair wet, eyes wide when she saw them. Hi, Grandma, she said automatically. My mom didn't even look at her. She was too busy glaring at me. We didn't eat all of it, Lena snapped. The boys wanted a piece. You know how they are. You can't seriously be doing this over some sugar. You filmed it, I said. You knew you were hurting us, and you thought it was funny. My dad huffed. It was a joke. You're a performer. You, of all people, know how to take a joke. Behind him, Eli's hands were on the back of the couch, knuckles white. Noah edged closer to me, clutching her towel. Why didn't we get any? She asked softly. You said we'd try it together. Just for a second. You'll have cake tomorrow, she said, as long as your father stops this nonsense and turns the card back on. There it was. Not, we're sorry we hurt you. Not, we shouldn't have done that. Just turn the money back on. I took a breath. I closed the card. I said, you don't have it anymore. The party tomorrow is canceled. Eli, Noah, and I will celebrate at home. Lena's mouth fell open. No frantic texts about errands. No last-minute, can you pick up ice calls. Just sunlight through the blinds and the smell of coffee and the sound of Noah humming to herself while she colored. At 11:43 a.m., my phone buzzed. Bakery. On our way. See you soon. At exactly noon, a little white van pulled into the lot. The baker herself stepped out with two other women, all of them in flour-dusted aprons, carrying a massive box between them. Sam, she called. I ran down to help them. When we opened the box on our tiny kitchen table, Noah actually gasped. It was the same cake, same constellations, same tiny silhouettes. The Topper family was whole again. This time, Noah's sugar figure was placed right in the center, arms outstretched. I made her taller, the baker said, smiling at Noah. She deserved more space. Noah blinked up at her. You made us again, she said. Even after they broke us. Some things are worth making twice, the baker said. Happy anniversary. I tipped them more than I should have and watched them drive away with my stomach weirdly light. Eli set 3 plates on the table. Ready? He asked. We cut the first slice together. No one smeared it on anyone's face. No one made jokes about money. No one was filming to post later. Noah took one bite, closed her eyes, and said, "This is better." At some point in the afternoon, my phone buzzed again. SIS. Happy now. Mom's in tears. You humiliated them. Over cake. Mom, the caterer charged us a cancellation fee. We had to put it on our card. We don't have the room for this, Sam. Dad, you're banned from this house until you grow up. I stared at the screen, thumb hovering. Then I put the phone face down in the fruit bowl and went back to helping Noah pipe little stars of leftover frosting onto graham crackers. They didn't stop, of course. The next week, the messages shifted from rage to guilt. Mom, your father isn't sleeping. You broke his heart. SIS, I had to borrow from the salon account to cover my half of the mortgage. Do you even care what this does to us? Dad, after everything, you owe us respect. You owe us support in our old age. I replied to exactly one text. Mom, we need to talk. As a family. Me, when you're ready to apologize to Noah and treat her like you treat the boys, we can talk. Until then, our money stays with us. She read it. I watched the little typing bubble blink on and off, then disappear. No reply. A few days later, my cousin Marco called. Hey, he said, just wanted you to know, most of us saw that video before they deleted it. My stomach dropped. They sent it to you? Group chat, he said. They thought it was hilarious. The cake thing. The topper. The jokes about circus money. It wasn't a good look. What are people saying? I asked, hating myself for caring. That you finally snapped, he said, and that they had it coming. Look, Sam, you've been carrying them for years. Everybody knows. Nobody would say it to your face because you kept smiling and paying. But trust me, no one's blaming you for dropping the rope. I didn't realize I was crying until he said, Hey, you still there? I'm here, I said. Good, he said. I'm bringing my kids by on Saturday, if that's okay. They want to see the circus stuff. And my oldest wants to ask Noah about drawing. Kid's obsessed with her doodles. I swallowed hard. Yeah, I said, that's okay. Saturday afternoon, our apartment was fuller than it had ever been. Marco's kids were sprawled on the floor with Noah, covering giant sheets of paper with marker fireworks and tiny acrobat stick figures. Eli rigged a silk low from a beam in the hallway and let them sit and spin gently, squealing. Marco leaned against the kitchen counter watching. "You know Mom's furious we're here," he said. "I'm sure," I said. "She said we're enabling you," he snorted, "like you're doing drugs, not buying them groceries for once." I poured us both some soda. I thought I'd feel guilty, I admitted. About the card, about the party, but I mostly just feel quiet. He nodded. "That's what boundaries feel like, I think." Noah ran in then, waving a drawing. "Look," she said. "We made our own cake. It's on a cloud." She'd drawn a big, lopsided cake floating in the sky. 3 little figures stood on top holding hands. Underneath, in her careful letters, she'd written, "Our family." "Can we put it on the fridge?" she asked. "Front and center," I said. I stuck it there with the strongest magnet we had. That night, after everyone left and the apartment finally went still, I stood in the doorway and looked at Noah's drawing. Our little cloud cake, our 3 stick figures. No one was cut off at the edge. No one was missing. No extra people hovering in the background, laughing with forks. My parents' chairs were empty at our table. So were Lena's, but my kid was laughing in the next room, talking to Eli about how to draw a trapeze. I thought about the circus, how sometimes you hold on until your hands burn because you're afraid to let go, and how sometimes the trick is in